What's up, this is Antonio. Welcome back to my channel. Now, who's ready for some fighting words? In this video, I want to do a fight recap for Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. Really quick, if you like the videos, please take the time to subscribe to the channel. So much is happening, and everything I just said in my fight breakdown has proven true. I predicted this fight. I predicted it just like this. So please take the time, subscribe to the channel, circulate the videos, and if you could, also hit that thumbs up button. It does help, and it does show love and supports the channel. Without further ado, let's get into this. First, Francis came in heavy. I don't know why he came in heavy. I mean, honestly, he's fighting Anthony Joshua. Maybe he felt like, I need to have more muscle than this guy. And, he coming in like I want to say it was 270. While you look at Anthony Joshua coming in 250 or 251 or something like that, 254 or something like that. Either way, he was a lot lighter. And it was very evident where the speed factor was going to, in which case in my fight breakdown, I said Anthony Joshua will be a whole lot faster than Francis Ngannou. And it was true. Francis was slow. I would even say a little bit sluggish. Not to say that he wasn't in shape. He always looks like, he always looks like a supervillain. So I'm not going to say he's not in shape. But it was very evident where the speed was coming from, and it's coming from Anthony Joshua. I didn't like how Francis starts off with that little karate stance. That was weird. It didn't help him in any way, which is the reason why he was switching stances. He switched stances like maybe 2-3 times. And that's the beginning of his downfall. Francis, listen, some things just never change. He has very wide punches. I don't know, if you put your hand out here, you can easily just turn it over versus cocking it back and then turning it over. It's already out here, so it's already going to be wide. And then you cock what are you doing? You don't do that. If you're going to have it right here, you can just turn it over. If you're going to have it right here, just extend. Simple as that. But he's going back. He's already right here, and he's going back. That's nothing but free real estate for Anthony Joshua, which we saw. So not a good thing. He needs boxing handlers. He needs boxing trainers, not MMA trainers. He doesn't need Muay Thai trainers. He needs boxing trainers. It was cool when Mike Tyson was overseeing his camp. Well, Mike needs to get back up in that camp if he's going to pursue this boxing career. Or he needs a real boxing coach to give, 100% time to him. Mike Tyson's a busy guy. He doesn't have that much time to give him. So he needs a boxing trainer. He doesn't need any more MMA guys, teaching him how to box. That's that. Let's see. AJ was sharp. AJ was perfect. Those straight punches for AJ, perfect. Footwork from AJ, perfect. Distance from AJ, perfect. Speed from AJ, perfect. Just ring generalship all around from Anthony Joshua was perfect. I hope AJ doesn't get his credit taken from him just because he was fighting a guy who was fighting in the UFC. He deserves his credit because everybody said how great Francis looked when he fought Tyson Fury. So I'm expecting everybody to say how great AJ looked when he knocked out Francis Ngannou because it's only right. Don't take his credit from him just because he's fighting somebody who came from another sport. Let's give him the credit he deserved. He had a masterful performance and finish. Let's see. AJ was totally relaxed. Just head movement, just relaxing his footwork. AJ was circling and keeping Francis busy, which is another thing, like you always tell, don't stand still. Francis is the type of guy, he needs a target to kind of relax in order for him to catapult into whatever he's going to do. And if you just stay busy, if you give him something to work with, like that little peppering jab that AJ was doing, and then you were following it up from downstairs to upstairs, there's not a whole lot somebody like Francis can do because it makes him a stationary target and he just sits there. What Francis needs is either for someone to commit or for someone to sit still. And if you don't give him that, the way Anthony Joshua was circling the ring, well, Francis couldn't do anything. He just had to weather the storm, and he didn't weather it too well. Let's see. AJ was controlling the distance, the pace, everything perfectly. Perfect boxing 101. Francis followed all the traps that were set by Anthony Joshua. There were traps set by Anthony Joshua. Perfectly set traps by Anthony Joshua, and sure enough, Francis goes right into him. The start of the mistake for Francis Ngannou was all that switching. But then when he switched to southpaw, that was the beginning of, his downfall right there. Why? Because the right hand of AJ is right there. And sure enough, he landed it straight down the pike, and it was a perfect shot. Knocks him off his axis, and there he goes. Down he goes. Done. Let's see. If you remember on my fight breakdown, I mentioned there was going to be a whole lot of mental strain in this fight. AJ has, I feel like now, I want to say he's come out of it, because we have seen a shift in AJ's personality where he's not as, outgoing as he used to be. But when you look at Francis, I said it, if you look at the Stipe Miocic fight, there's a thing with Francis. If you hit him or you embarrass him, he slows down. And it's almost like he shuts down. And they kind of happen at the same time. Where it's like, well, you're still in a fight, right, dude? Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't just completely hit, the brake. You gotta do something. And he'll just slow down. And sure enough, it happened. After the first knockdown with Anthony Joshua, he slowed down. Now, naturally, he decided, actually after the first knockdown, he decided to step on the gas, thinking, all right, I'm going to turn into the Predator, and then we're going to see what happens. Wrong. He turned into the Predator. He got put down again because then he was rushing. He was rushing into things. And Anthony Joshua was still composed, still relaxed, still smooth, and still fluid. Remember, think about all the punches that Anthony Joshua threw in that short bit of time that they fought. He threw a ton of punches. He was busy the entire time. He never stayed still the entire time except for that last punch that took out Francis Ngannou. And if Francis just thought he was just going to run in there and try to, regulate and throw his weight around, you thought wrong. You thought wrong. I said this in my fight breakdown. Anthony Joshua is just as much of a finisher as Francis Ngannou has ever been. What are you talking about? He's got a ton of experience. He's got a ton of experience finishing guys. Anthony Joshua can smell when you're about to break. Anthony Joshua can smell when you're about to go. And he's an awesome finisher. And if he gets you hurt, he knows how to get you out of there. And Francis just figured, I'm going to throw my weight around and I'm going to get some respect in here. And it got him put right back down on the canvas. There was a third knockdown. Well, when he gets up in that second knockdown, you saw the look in his eye, the glaze in his eye. I'm not necessarily saying he doesn't want to be there, but he has a glaze in his eye that I don't want to be here. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? You got to be here because you just got back up. So you got to be here, whether you like it or not. And Anthony Joshua saw that, and he took full advantage of it. Anthony Joshua is a seasoned professional, okay? But on top of that, he is a seasoned finisher. Any finisher knows the look that a prey, and now no longer an opponent, but a prey has when it's about to be all over, right before the kill. And sure enough, Anthony Joshua didn't even set that up. He didn't even throw a jab. He just stepped in with a wide step, and it was over. And it was over. And if you need further truth of that, look at the way Anthony Joshua hits Ngannou and steps away. He walked off because he knew this was going to do it. And sure enough, that's what did it. Francis Ngannou, I think, again, with boxing trainers, can form into something in like 2 years. I mean, he's like 37, 38. So maybe in a year, with being consistent, he can form into something. But at this, taking on the top guys, the top guys, listen, Tyson Fury is not a power puncher. So a lot of the threat wasn't there. But you're not going to take on an Anthony Joshua and think you're just going to walk through the guy. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. He's got the same size as you. He's a finisher just like you. He has one-punch knockout power just like you. He's got the height just like you. I mean, like, he's identical to you in many fronts. The only difference is the IQ. That's the difference. And he showed it on a major level. Anthony Joshua, one thing you gotta give credit to Anthony Joshua. Number one, he's our most, by far, consistent heavyweight fighter we have. We're always seeing him. He's always in rotation. And he's always saying whoever. He's not calling out, I want this guy, I want that guy. He's saying whoever. Whoever's up to bat, that's the individual that I want. You got to respect Anthony Joshua. I'm sorry. The guy, And I still believe in what Anthony Joshua can be. And if you ask me, especially after that performance, and I'm going to say this boldly, I think he can beat Usyk. After that performance, I think he can beat Alexander Usyk. I think I've always said since day one, I've never been shy to say that Anthony Joshua can beat Tyson Fury. I've never been shy to say that. I'm not going to be shy to say it right now. I definitely think he can beat Tyson Fury. I definitely don't think that he'll fear any type of punching power from Tyson Fury. I don't. Tyson Fury doesn't punch that much, number one. Number two, in terms of his punch output. Number two, he doesn't hit that hard. And number two, Anthony Joshua is faster than Tyson Fury. And Anthony Joshua is just as light or lighter on his feet than Tyson Fury. I personally think he wipes the floor with Tyson Fury. But not only that, I think he finishes Tyson Fury. That's what I think. Those are my thoughts. And I don't care if it's Usyk or Tyson Fury. If it's Usyk, I definitely think Anthony Joshua can beat him because he's spent so much time in the ring with him. Now, granted, Usyk has a lot of time in the ring with Anthony, but we all know that Usyk is not putting anybody out in the heavyweight division, period. We do know Anthony Joshua can put anybody out in the heavyweight division. I am going with Anthony Joshua in a third fight with Alexander Usyk, and I'm saying in one fight with Tyson Fury, he drops and lays him out completely. He'll be the first man. Well, second, because Deontay Wilder did it. It was like 11, 12 count or something like that. But he'll be the first man to get credit for taking out Tyson Fury. Those are my thoughts. Drop your thoughts down below. Tell me if you believe in me, if you believe that I'm right, that he can take out Tyson Fury, and you believe in a third fight or in the next fight, if Alexander Usyk gets past Tyson Fury, he can take out Alexander Usyk. Let me know what you think. Drop your thoughts down below.